exciting because it's not lovely out here and they won't be staying. Right, Maisie? You're not going to be staying. No. She's an air conditioning dog, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Girl's going out. But we won't watch her do her business, will we? Okay, let's go. Good morning. I'm Barbara. Welcome. It's Tuesday, August 11th. Yesterday was Dennis's birthday. Thank you so much for all the good wishes. I did pass them on to him. He said thank you. And his mother's still trying to send him a birthday card, I think. She called and said, oh, be sure and open your e-card. And Dennis says, I always open my cards. It's Barb who doesn't open the cards. I'm always wary of, you know, attachments in my email. But I don't get viruses on my machine like she does. I was drinking coffee with cream, but my coffee is gone, and that means that this is take two. I get to the end and I say, oh my gosh, I've talked for 20 minutes and I haven't said a thing. And sometimes I'm okay with that and sometimes I'm not. Apparently I'm not today. I'm not worried about repeating myself because I didn't say anything for 20 minutes. But Dennis didn't get his mother's birthday card, but the kids called from Florida, and so we got to talk to Jason and Isabel and Sammy. I don't think we actually heard Allison, now that I say that. But we wasn't Skyping, they just called on the phone. And Sammy's yelling in the background, 2 more sleeps and it's my birthday! 2 more sleeps and it's my birthday! Her birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 4. And my present that I sent arrived. So I hope she likes her dresses. But so 2 more sleeps. Yeah, yesterday it was 2 more. Now it's only 1. Oh my gosh, 1 more sleep. So we will call them tomorrow and try to Skype and see if she liked her dresses and her books. I sent her 3 books that we had in our book collection, you know, because we don't see them and who knows when we're going to see them again. And these books, you know, they're going to outgrow the books. I was going to send the Chew books by Neil Gaiman, which we really like. They're very fun. And if you have kids, you know, little kids, we highly recommend them. It's about a panda bear who sneezes and has big, big consequences to his sneezes. And they're very, very nice. But I couldn't find them. And Dennis seems to think we already gave them to them. Like we sent them home. We sent the Chew books home with them the last time they were here, which could be the case. That would have been in last summer when they came and stayed with us for a while. But I found 3 books that I thought they would like, and I just wrapped them up. So she had 2 presents, books and her dresses and a card. And I meant to put $10 in the card and I forgot. I'm going to text Jason and say, hey, when she opens that card, slip $10 in and I'll pay you back. Because I wanted her to have some money. And then I forgot. I was in such a rush to get it to the post office. Because I'm such a procrastinator, I was afraid it wouldn't get there in time. So we had a nice conversation. And tomorrow we'll talk to them again tomorrow. Maybe we'll see them too. But Jason said that apparently Isabel's connected with so many people on her Messenger kids. Dennis's sister, you know, she's calling all kinds of people, I guess. And so, but this Messenger kids is highly monitored. And so he gets a message every time she's talking to somebody. And of course, who she can talk to is very proscribed. So apparently, he saw that I had called her because I had sent her that picture, and then she had sent me back some smiley faces or something, and I could see that she was on. So I called her, and so that's why we were talking the other day. And he said, "Oh, you called Nana." She said, "No, Nana called me." So he knows everybody she's talking to, but he was saying, oh yeah, she's talking to Vicky. Vicky is Dennis's sister. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I said that, yeah, he should hook her up with his sister Christy, my daughter, and Aura's on Facebook. I said maybe we can get her hooked up so that Isabel can talk to Aura. That would be great. Aura would love that. She misses those kids. She really misses the kids since they're gone to Florida. 2 years now. So right now they're thinking she's going to go to school. Apparently they had to make a decision, or distance learning or in the classroom. And since she's got to be with kids anyway, and the distance learning was such a hassle for them last time. And I mean, either she's going to be in school or she's going to be in daycare. She's not going to be home either way. So they opted for in class. And apparently only about half the people did, which I was glad to hear, which means that the classes will be half the size, which makes it a lot easier to manage in the classroom for the staff in the school. And he said something about each kid would be like in a pod and just do everything with like 3 or 4 other kids, and so they would be a group. Everything they did would be in a group, and so they were really only interacting with 5 kids, and hopefully they would be 5 COVID-free kids, or 4 or 3 or however many. So that sounds like she's going, right now they're thinking she's going to be going to school, and but they don't have her assignment yet, and they don't know who her teacher is. But they will be having some kind of virtual parent meeting next week. So, and they have postponed start of school for a couple weeks because they would typically start school this week in her school district. Well, yeah, in her school district, her new one too, and certainly in her old one. So that's the news from Florida. I worked on my Boxy yesterday some, and I read and I played EverQuest. Dennis and I played EverQuest for a while. We died twice. Sometimes you try things you're just not ready for. Ooh, the sun is coming out and I'm starting to see some blue sky. When I first came out here and when I did my first video, it was just pure clouds, but now the clouds are breaking up. I guess, the sun is burning off the clouds, so it's a little brighter. It's a little nicer out here than it was. In fact, it had been spitting a tiny little bit. If I had had sleeves on, I wouldn't have even known that's how little it was raining, but it was. And now it's not, so that's good. And it's brightening up. I'm hearing birds. I don't know if our bird is in there or not. But we have birds, so that's nice. I'm wearing earrings. The story of these earrings is that there's not really any story. I had been going through my jewelry drawer, which was kind of a mess, looking for earrings to put in my earring stand so that, because I was going to wear my earrings every day. And I came across a plastic bag that had these earrings and a necklace in it. And the necklace, I recognized that I had made the bead. And the necklace, which I could have worn, but I'm not. And the necklace was turquoise, so it went with this part of it. And these earrings were in that bag. And I'll tell you the truth, if you came up to me and said, can you identify these earrings? Are they yours? I would have said no. I don't recall ever seeing these earrings before. Which makes me think they might be a gift. They're probably a gift from somebody, maybe my nieces, or I don't even know who If you're watching this video and you gave me these, I'm so sorry. I like them. I'm wearing them. They go great with my dress. But I had absolutely no memory of these earrings. I saw them and I couldn't believe that I just had, so I don't know what their story is. It's possible that I could have bought them at the beach or something. I mean, I found these in my drawer and I liked them, so I'm wearing them and they go great with my yellow dress. I don't know anything about these earrings. Other than I didn't put my earrings out last night. I went to bed and I thought, oh, I still had my people in my ears. So I got up and put my people away and got back in bed and didn't pick out my earrings for this morning. So when I saw these, I thought, oh, that's easy. Although Dennis was getting up, I got up only a few minutes before him and got him his tea. And decided they go great with my dress, and you haven't seen them before. And I've hardly seen them before either. So that's the story of my earrings. The story is no story. The cicadas are loud today. There's some kind of bird we have out in our woods. We don't have any idea what the bird is, but it sounds like a monkey. It makes it sound like we have monkeys in our woods. I don't know what kind of bird it is. We've never seen it. We've only heard it. Well, we don't know that we've seen it. We've only heard it in the woods, so. But I'm not hearing it now. We usually hear it in the evenings. We have been able to sit out here in the evenings and have our dinner, and that's nice. I did not cook for Dennis's birthday. Okay, now I may be repeating myself. He sends his thanks for all the nice birthday greetings that he got yesterday. That was very sweet of everybody. But I did not cook for him. That was not what he wanted. He really did want his birthday to be pretty much ignored. And I did that. I wished him a happy birthday. I brought him his tea. But I had leftovers for dinner. He had made spare ribs in his smoker the night before, and they were delicious, and they are delicious as leftovers, and that's what I ate. He has been smoking things for a while, but he's new to the smoking thing, and he's finally got the whole smoke part of it down pat. And so these spare ribs were absolutely delicious, and they smelled amazing, and they tasted. So he made, he eats them like once, you know, when he makes them, he'll have some for dinner, but they're not his favorite, and so then all the leftovers are for me, and so he knows when there are ribs in there, then he doesn't have to worry about cooking for me, which, you know, which he never has to, because I can eat bacon and eggs. I could cook for myself. You know, he likes to cook, but he doesn't like to cook every day. So he, you know, makes him feel good to have ribs in there. He knows I have something. If I don't feel like ribs, I can make something else for myself, but he's taking care of me, so that counts. And then he ended up having omelets last night because he had some shredded pork that he had thawed the other day that needed to be eaten, and he discovered he likes omelets with shredded pork on the inside. So that's what he had, and that worked out great. So he had a nice birthday. He worked on his wine, and we went and dined in EverQuest, and, you know, so he was a happy camper. Maybe his mother's card came late at night. I don't think so. So we'll see if she can send it today. She likes to send e-cards, which is very convenient. But she calls me and tells me, you have to open the card. I'm like, okay, I'll open the card, you know. She sends them from some reputable place, I guess. So she feels like she's not putting me in jeopardy. But she forgot it was me and not Dennis. So she called yesterday. So anyway, that's it for today. Not much going on here. Still quiet. And I will be puttering along today. We shall see what I putter on. I do have to go upstairs and wind some yarn because I'm getting toward the end of my first ball on the boxy. And I had wound that yarn by hand. But at some point all the yarn ended up upstairs. So I have to go upstairs anyway, and I can wind it on my ball winder, which will go much faster. So I will be doing that. So I will be going upstairs and playing with yarn a little bit to get myself organized and see what I want to do. And I have to start straightening up my house because I've made arrangements for the cleaners to come in 3 weeks. It's going to take me 3 rings to get the house straight enough for someone to actually clean it. That's how messy I am. So that will be so nice to have the house clean. I could do that. And I've done parts of it. I know how lucky I am that I can afford to have someone help me with that. But the ladies will be glad to be back to work. I'm sure they're back already, but you know, part-time because of people like me being nervous. But we haven't heard any reports of anyone getting coronavirus from contact. It's a new, it's spread in the air. And yeah, and I think they told us to wash our hands just so that they could tell us to do something. I mean, everybody should be washing their hands anyway. But this was back when we needed to be wearing masks, but they told us we didn't need to be wearing masks because there weren't any masks. But they needed to tell us something, so they were telling us to wash our hands. So anyway, we're not that worried. We're not worried about contracting corona from having our house cleaned other than the air. So we're going to open up all the windows and make sure that we have fans going and make sure the air is exchanged out of the house. Apparently air conditioning is like the big spreader, which is why if you eat outside at, in a sidewalk table at a restaurant, you're much safer than being inside where they're recirculating the air. So that's our plan in a couple of weeks, but it'll take me that long to straighten up because you know me, I'm a procrastinator and I don't like to do that stuff, which is why it needs to be done. Because if I like to do it, it would be done because I would have done it. Anyway, so that's the big news from yesterday, Dennis's birthday, and we have an appointment with our cleaning service, which is called 3 Amish ladies and an English woman. We haven't ever actually had any Amish ladies clean our house. She doesn't just employ Amish. So they will come and clean in a few weeks. But we'll have to work till before that. Anyway, so that's my news. I will wish you well. I will go in and see what I'm going to do. It's a little close out here today, so I don't know how much time we'll be outside, but it could get nice again in the evenings. It has been doing that the last few evenings, and we've been having our dinner outside, and certainly we will be checking to see how pleasant it will be. And we bought a fan, which we forgot to take in yesterday. We bought a fan because sometimes it would be perfectly pleasant on our deck if only we had a little breeze. And because of the way the house is situated, the deck is in the shade, but it often is all the shade of the house, but the house is also sometimes blocking the breeze. So we'll make our own breeze if we need it. And we'll be taking that in because it did start to rain a little bit, so who knows. It should have gone in last night, but we forgot. It was our first night using it. Anyway, I hope you are all well. Please, please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. And I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.